Hi everyone. Hi. Ay, ¿por qué a mí? um, you can listen. Hello? There is someone there? ¿Dónde está? Hello? Hi. Hello. We are back here. I'm sorry, but I have a break. Oh my gosh. Like, look at this. Like, I'm even surprised or how amazing this looks. But I'm not going to spoil it. Okay. I feel quite happy. Like, I hike and I walk and look what I got. It was leave right there. I mean, I didn't take it. It was just there. Let's say this like because I'm not going. Okay, let me tell you about my cars until I reveal their name. Her name. Because I feel like a lot of people don't know. I mean, some people know, but I have a problem with like people knowing because I don't know. I don't want to be like, like all of that. But recently, I've been reflecting. I've been like, you know what? I need to go to nature, find me a little bit, and then come back and like say about my crush. But I'm going to wait that someone will comment until I will talk about her right here. Because I feel like it's not fair. Like I've been talking about her for almost a year. That I love her a lot. Like she's the most cutest thing ever. But what I've been keeping in secret is because I don't want to do a big deal. I feel like while there was a difference between my crush with a lot of people that I've been liking from the past, only was that I really know that she loves to be private, but at the same time she loves to be in public, but she loves to be, So I feel like putting a lot of weight into the things, but I have not actually. But let me tell you about her, and let me reveal you what about all the things. But not all, just the name and all of the things. But it's like I'm having a heart. I feel like this is too intimate to me because I really love her a lot. And I remember one time that I was saying that I love her a lot. That Stella, that people were blaming me. You know what? Because she had this and had that. I mean, like, listen, I like someone that's gonna be the only thing that I know. It's not gonna be anything that you will tell me that will not make me love her more. But I feel so scared. Doesn't her name? It's like I'm saying you my true. Like I'm telling you a secret that I hold. Like I don't know. I feel like it's kinda. But anyway. So everything starts since I know her. I mean, I don't actually met her in person at all. But everything goes when, what it's so hard to me to speak the words. Sí hablo español, no se preocupen, pero quería decir eso para que me puedan entender un poco mejor. Ay, me siento como una niñita de 5 años que va a decir quién le gusta. No, but like I was telling you, everything goes back since I was in like only since I was, in. Ay, gosh, it's so. I'm so shy at this moment. Maybe I need to hear more, a little bit. Just I feel so nervous to say that. I feel like I'm saying something really, but it's not a big deal. But it is to me. So it everything goes back when I met her online. I mean, was like out of what was the most random thing ever that happened to me since I was younger. Like it was not the thing that like you met someone in dating apps. Like it was not anything like that. I was so not I was so down in that time that I really didn't have anything like um I didn't have any like type of I was just down about life. I just I don't believe in nothing, by the time, and I was so down because I ended up my friendship, and I was entering in this phase too, thinking about leaving that friendship as well. So I feel like to me it was just the fact that I know deeply down that something better will come to me, and I feel grateful that I lived the friendship that I lived, because until I leave that friendship, she came to my life. It did take time to actually know her more, so I don't know. I feel so. Oh my goodness! Like I'm telling you. Something that is so private to me, but I don't know. It came the time. Yesterday I have a dream that I should tell you. But it was just that, and since I know her a lot, because my friend by the time that was my friend, like she's not my friend anymore. But this friend, let's say, told me that my standards were too high for someone to reach that, you know. So I feel so bad. Like I was lowering my standards for some people, and really took my energy a lot. Oli, journalist, Oli. So I feel like, in a sense, I feel so icky and so like, no, I don't want to love someone. Like, close my heart, please. I don't want no one in my life. Please let me just heal. And I was healing by the time. So I don't know. It came eventually. But I'm nervous. What was okay? Um, I need inspiration while I'm doing this. Okay, I'm doing this. Like it took me too many things. If you are thinking that I use AI, no. Like this is handmade. I wish I could be with AI, but I don't know. By the time that I was having these problems with me, with my identity and all of the things, because I actually didn't know about energy by the time as well. So, I feel like um it just came eventually, naturally, in a sense that I don't know. It was just icky to being liking someone or something. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna take my time to heal. I'm going to be fine. Everything will be okay, because I know some girls that were like, kind of having these type of things, but to me, it was just more. Okay. I don't know if people were anxious, but like I was telling you that this time I was just dealing with life, to say at least. So it was really cute by the time that I was knowing someone, all the things that happened. Even to me, it was like, what if, you know, what is this, what is that? And yeah, it really changed my perspective at the time because I've been really negative at this moment. Like everything was falling down, all my things, all situations were ending, and a bunch of things were, finishing. And before this thing, the most hilarious thing that happened to me is that I was done with dating apps because I don't know, but I'm too anxious and I'm too picky. So I feel like I was going to return like no, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna delete it because it's not working to me. But the thing that said to me this dating app, the one dating app that I go to, was that I like someone who is protective. I don't know that word my daddy is just talking about. But by the time it was, it's gonna be okay, gonna be fine. So, yeah. So then we move on to the stage that how she definitely conquered my heart was not something about physical stuff. I mean, she had good features, physical, but what it caught my attention was her eyes. Even I put her eyes on a shirt on my merch. Like, I really love her eyes, despite all the things, and it just it puts me in a good mood every time that I see her eyes. And most of all, I'm just so yeah. My mom was entering. Sometimes I don't know. I don't want to show my parents to you because I think it's too private to me. I mean, I unfollow my mom on my Instagram because I don't want to put her here on my Instagram. I don't want to know people who is my parent, who is all of that. But that's why. So I keep my privacy on. But at the time, I feel like once I hear her freaking voice and just her voice speaking French, immediately on, I was like, I really love French, but I love her pitch. I don't know if everyone has that pitch, that pitch? That is very pleasing to me. I don't know, but I've been hearing voices, soft, very rough, very mature, young, all of that, old voices, but I never hear that kind of pitch. So yeah, that was the thing. And since I met her, I've been like all over inspired. Like I've been just doing music, and I've been, honestly, I've been inspired by my friend, people that I met just um, doing music, but it really feel like it took me up. I don't know what kind of thing is sparking me, but I was really happy that you know what, let's do this, let's do that, let's do a man, let's do a thing, let's do this, let's do animation, let's show this, let's show that. I've been just solo all over it, and I don't know. I hope don't be love bombing because in a sense it matched my core needs, like my things that I was looking for someone. That's what I've been popping at, what. But I really didn't want to tell her because I feel like it could carry a lot of weight to someone that is just figuring out life, that is going through it. So yeah, for some moments I feel kind of triggered by some behaviors that she had, but I know she does for work. Like, I don't have anything in common about her. Like, but sometimes I'm very emotional about her. Like, oh my god, it's very personal thing. Oh my gosh, and I feel like it can be too much for someone that Good morning. So, no, I'm actually Peruvian, raising an eyebrow. But I feel too nervous to say her name because I don't know. To me, it gives a golden retriever energy, but for some people, it gives, I mean, for her, like, gives kind of like a vibe. But to me, always will be a thanks. Thank you. But yeah. Mm, okay, do you want to know her name? Let's say with you. Start with M. And she even see me grow, I feel like. I don't know. Thanks. I start with the M and it and ends with the V. Okay, let's say with you. Even I draw her. And I don't wanna say her name. Mm. Okay, it's just saying a name. Okay, it's Okay, just hold it in. It's not gonna be. It's Masha Katasuna. That's it. Well, I finally say it. I feel like I have a weight relief. And I've been having a lot of problems with people that were scamming, and I were like pretending to be her. Honestly, like I have a thing. I have a thing really because it was really going all over, but for sometimes I get emotional about her, but it's fine, you know. Okay, I have a relief. So don't tell her, please. Don't tell her. Or at least she knows, she knows. But just don't do a lot of drama. I don't like drama. Okay, just keep it with you. Gonna save this, but just keep it with you. On my community. And all the traits that I love about her is that she's strong, she's honest, and open. And yeah, thank you. But I don't know, it's really cute, you know? I feel really. I was needing to go and I maintain to set this, like. It was too much to hold because in Twitch I've been wanting to say, but it gets freeze. I don't know what happened then. So yeah. Um, I feel nervous, really. But I feel a certain type of, it's like I'm taking a weight down, like. Anyway. I'm Peruvian, it's South Africa too. South Africa. But yeah, monkey verse, it's good to say it. I mean, like saying it slightly because it's not a thing that I have really planned. Like it's just so spontaneous that I want to keep it, you know, in with me because I want to be truly, truly comfortable with the fact that I like her because I have this thing where I've been having crushes on people that some of them, for example, that get pissed me down or just, you know, kind of, I don't know, I feel like they don't feel that gap, you know, that you feel with someone that you really you like, so it will not be something common at all or something. So I feel like for the longest time I've been just, kind of seeing because some crushes that I have is smoke, some crushes that I have things, but she was so stable that I've been like, what do you have, perhaps? What do you don't have? And I've been just wanting to be sure about that. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't love her a lot. It's just that I've been taking my time. I mean, even if I rush sometimes, but just wanting to take my time to actually know her and all the things. But I feel like despite all the kind of mistakes and all of the misunderstandings, because a lot of people were pretending to be her, so they would get some money just by pretending to be her. Despite of that, I feel like I still love her and admire her restraint between all the things that she does and all the experiences that she's been going through, because I feel like I feel a reflect on it, because I don't know, the thing that I resonate was that sometimes it was hard to me to express some emotions, and sometimes it was hard to me to set even who I like right now. So it can be really interesting for me, even though, because I was, saying. So um, to me, it was more about that, taking my time, just relieving all the doubts that I have on me, because for sometimes it's hard to me to understand double sense, or just a bunch of things, even just sarcasm. I'm like, is you being sarcastic? Because I did a little literal everything. So mm, I'm sorry, but I'm switching face. So to me, it's like hard for sometimes to say these things because it's really private. But even in the podcast episode that I had, I think was that because of the reason I got into in the episode of my podcast, and then like my podcast get my Facebook account get hacked or something, and after that I've been like, is that a sign or something? Yeah. Okay. So to me was that, you know. Mm, so yeah, what do you have to tell me? I'm drawing my manga. I'm finishing. I'm switching faces. And yeah. So what do you have to tell me? Please enter her. I don't want to do a lot of drama. Like here, I know it's kind of tiny in my community, but I know you. We both know each other. Person who's watching this. So please don't do a bunch of drama. I don't like drama. Just like to be in peace. I didn't show you this, but I like to walk. Like today, I don't know why it bite me, but I go to maintain, and I of course record a video, but I take a piece of the forest with me. That is a true eucalyptus. Eucalyptus? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like now we'll just sleep peacefully. But I love her eyes, really. Does she have a good body structure? I'm a section. What it caught my attention was one time that. But I'm crying. Just I'm crying. I remember I was watching one of her videos, and she explained the video of like ASMR, and you really like it. And every time that I was hoping they would come out with a new book or something, but I know that she's not the type of girl that use her knowing to manipulate people. So that's why I love more about her. Mm, like it's really cute in a sense. Um, but you know, it's the kind of vibe that it brings me more along. And yeah, I remember it was a good time that I was watching one of her lives, and I don't know, I was telling myself that this is the most beautiful thing that happened to me, and I wish that it never ends. And that was the kind of vibe that I was having by the moment. And yeah, feel really emotional. And it's like them to tell me, you know what kind of powers that I have, even though, because it was really random, like the way that I know about her and all that was really random. Wait. So yeah, what I was telling, um, well, everything just happened randomly. I feel like one of her videos that I saw was get over someone that you never date, because it's kind of interesting, because that video I saw, because I didn't date someone back in the day. So you know what? This could be a therapy to me. This could be therapeutic. And yeah, I watch it and I like it. Then I got in the community. Then I got into the lives. And then I don't know. For one day to another, I was, you know what? I don't believe in love. To actually making a love song, and I don't know. It was just the kind of feeling that I have in the by the time. When I get excited about something and I feel pressure, I do more than what I usually do. So, yeah, it happens. Trust me, it happens. But I don't know, it was peacey, you know, it was really peaceful. And I feel like what I think I have most in common was that I have a lot of feelings. I have a lot of feelings back in the day where, I mean, I still do have feelings, but I feelings in the sense that I was dealing with a bunch of things, even with my dad and all of the things that were going on to me. And it's not to make you feel bad, it's more about to tell you how meaningful to me was her. So despite all the things that she does, or in general of her career, that's what I've been just defending her to all costs, because it's hard to me be motivated. Like, it's hard. It's really hard. I'm very a person who is not easy to motivate, but in a sense, it motivate me, and yeah, that was really good. So yeah, now I'm doing this manga, and even though I get in the community now, that not the community, but I was going to a live that I was asking a girl, because she was, you know, a consumer of things. And talking about that, I remember one time that I wasn't sure to make this project, really. And I remember just seeing her one of her videos, living with glasses, a hoodie, a black hoodie, and being like I wear glasses and all that was really sweet and that was really cute because I love vibes that are smart kind of. I love someone wearing glasses, wearing a hoodie. That's the look that I love. So yeah. Hmm. So yeah. So yeah. By the way, any questions besides that about manga and all of that? I really don't have a lot of experience into making this kind of project. It's still new to me. I mean, I make a book on Wattpad that it will be on physical, like in the physical, it will be, like a real book or something. But besides that, I never tried to do this. I mean, I tried with the Song of Love. I've been wanting to make a thing like similar, but I really was not too inspired, you know, because I didn't date someone, I didn't talk with anyone back in the day. So now that I have a little more experience, I'm like, let's do it. So yeah, it was that. In a sense, it inspired me the fact that she was, because my type of version that I always that it got me to thinking about the fact that it really connect in a sense was that I was seeing a live of her. I remember once, and I remember that was with this doubt of making this project, making other things, and make because I was having on mine, but it never didn't work. And by the time that I was having these things and all that, I remember, what if I don't do with details? What if I do with this type of style? And she was into that style back in the day. So I was like, you know what? If she can read this type of things, and other people read this type of things, because I really should never get into that, I would, I will maybe give it a try, give it a shot, because I actually didn't see a comic, or not a comic but a manga that was not too explicit, because I feel like there is not a headline of like being too explicit and not be too explicit, because I feel like some mangas were too explicit that were made for adults, but I never see a type of manga that would be kind of subtle and more innocent in a sense, that it could be for people that were not into reading things that are not exclusive, because I want also to buy my manga and all the things to educate people and just give them a little bit taste of what is called a good healthy love based on the experience that I have. So in a sense, I want to make something more innocent and more lightest so people who consume it and be okay. So I don't want to push any type of pressure into doing something, because I feel like some artists and some people do it more explicit, so they will see it in a sense that you will be in a sense like doing this, doing that. So it inspired me, yeah, but it was not the reason. The reason I feel like in she was a really big part of my journey. That was the way that I look music, in the way you're releasing, because I remember a video of her like just been crying and all over, like how she gets through emotion or she gets through a tough time, and she was explaining about it feels release, then cry, then do something, and then do that, and it kind of helps me to give it another direction to my music, because I was only focused into the things of like feeling but not actually putting it to it. And then I challenge my kind of perspective by looking the things that some people would might perceive about you. I mean, I listen sensual music, I do love that, but most of these things I just use it to put on work when I do workout. Like I love to listen to type of things, even if I didn't pass for any of that. I'm just I love the moment. I love to get into, and I really like to be in the mood, to work out, maybe do something, and just being in that kind of mood. So that is my way that I choose this type of songs. I was having a period of time where I was, not to say friends, but it was like things, but I was, having this doubt on me of like, am I, and what I'm attracting these kind of people into my life and all of that. So in the moment I feel so connect to me and so into the way that I am. So then I was, I like this type of music, but it because I use in it certain type of things. Like most of the music that I listen day by day when I do workout are more masculine because I love to get into to the task that I will do using my masculine energy. That's called yang energy. So when it comes to emotions, I will always be in my yin energy, and I have a hard time really. A lot of things were piling up right now. Like I don't want to do any type of searchings from now because a lot of women now these days were, you need to be more masculine for women that are more feminine. You need to be more feminine for women that are masculine. So expressing your emotions, is not something feminine or masculine. The way that you will show up maybe can be, but it's not gonna be something they will label as something masculine or feminine. So in a sense was like good. So yeah, now let me dry while I'm kind of reflecting. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oi. Any thoughts? Mm. Hmm. If I will tell you straight what I like, what I love about what I like most about her is that the peace that it brings someone is something that it's not to say hard, but it's not common at all, to find when someone brings you peace. So that was a thing, if you might ask me. But anyway, feels really good to say it. Anyway, I don't know what I was scared. I feel like I'm doing a confession of like, you're like me. You're like me back. Like something like that. Just. Anyway. Mm. Mm. Hmm. Mm. Mm. Any thoughts? Oh, I will tell you what I did today, okay? I go and I was walking, I was, doing all of that, so I was feeling really good. And then I was screaming, like, because I want to. I was at the top, I'm like, I can't. And so I screamed in the forest because I thought there was no one in the forest because I go into a zone that it was, without people. I was thinking. And then I saw a couple being there and just, going They would have a fun time. Wink. But they just were not the word that I was thinking. And the weirdest thing to me, like, I'm not very judgmental like Asians, but I was. Like, I know some age gaps, like, but that I was kind of too much to me to see it. But I was like, is that your? But I'm like, you know what? And then I took it as a sign to come back to home because it was my thing. You know, I am not into, being, there to, see what I can do and to me that I explained you one time that I just see people that having these kind of things. I just see them as animals. It's kind of rude to say, but it's a way to see people. So I feel like it was, so yeah. Then I come back and I was recording a video about femininity, masculinity, all of that, my reflections on life and all of that. So it was really good video. I record me on nature, and I feel like YouTube is kind of bad. It's not that, but it's just kind of rude with me because when I'm showing my body, like just to showing a video of me showing my clothes, it was labeled as a video that plus 18. That I really didn't. I was not doing something seductive or something. And sometimes I need to remind me that not everyone is hypersexual. Like most of people are visual. So it was labeled like that, as short of me just, and I was didn't trying to be seductive at the time. It's kind of rude to say. The uh, either way. um, mm-hmm. Any thoughts? Maybe let me just do this. Okay. Hmm. I will ask me and answer some questions so you can know me better. Okay. What's the memory that shaped you who you are today? I remember one time that I was in the bus and I was coming back from high school, and then I saw a girl that was, being really sparkly and bubbly and all of that. And then I was telling to her that I feel kind of sad. And she was more older than me, and she was telling me, like a big sister, you shouldn't feel sad. And she then asked me, why you feel that way? And then I told her, because I don't know, I feel like I don't have good grades or something like that. And she told me that, but actually, you don't need to put that pressure on yourself. Like, you just need to repeat something until you do it. You know what I mean? That's the key for everything. And that's the key that I pass these exams and all that. And I was telling to her, yeah, I will try it. And she explained me what about being consistent with something. So I feel like from there I was more consistent with the study that I have, what I've been studying, and all that. And just being curious. And my teacher told me that curiosity can help you and can shape you in a sense. So be curious about life, be curious about what you can do, what you cannot do, and all that. So then you will have certain type of night. Feel so sleepy. Feel so sleepy. But yeah, there was a memory that changed me. And I remember the time that I was in a video call with some kids, and I saw them having this kind of things and kind of traits that were not supposed to be for kids. So then I link all of the things to what is basically called the connection between music and human nature and humans. And I got to the conclusion that the music is we listen, the music that shape us. So then I came to the conclusion that people should be mindful with the type of music that they listen. Like I was always listening about being heartbreak and all of that. So sometimes I was listening and I attract by myself that, but I really didn't know how to listen this type of music and get through this feeling and heal through that. And so I find a way that it's my covers and all the songs. So in the sense that I had for that type of things. Okay, if I could describe myself in 3 words, what it would be. I'm a person sensitive, one. I'm a person who is spontaneous, and I'm a person who it's kind of random. Like sometimes it's hard to me to label myself, even though as a singer. Like I've been putting singer just so you have a little type of guide, but more than that, I'm a daughter, I'm a woman, I'm a sister, I'm a cousin. Like I'm all these kind of things, and I feel like I came to the life of my mom to give her a more interesting life because I remember one time that I was talking to my mom and I told her that, mom, what it's about. I was sending her a picture of me being with this makeup that was kind of real of me, you know, having a lot of scars and all of that. Here on my arm, I don't know you remember that video, and I was telling you this is fake, like this is not true. And I was having this kind of makeup because it was for, to was a pharmacy, this kind of thing that they asked to do. And I was sending my mom that picture, and I was in the hospital, to make it more realistic. Like the assignment was emergencies, so I was sending the picture of my mom to my mom, and my mom was like having a heart attack because she's worried for me. She's my mom, and I was, mom, this for emergency class, and my mom get like, let me sleep. Let me sleep, please. So yeah, it was that kind of thing that it happens to me. And I'm not a person who loves to take the lead on relationships or love to take the lead on emotional senses, because I love to be guided. I love to be in the soft spot. I love to be the one who can be guided. I don't love to take the lead of like, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like I would love that someone will take the lead. I don't like to take the lead. I love when someone takes the lead. I don't like to take the lead. And I feel like we as women were pushed to be more masculine now those days. But some women like that, but some women doesn't like that, like me. For a certain time I have that feeling of like I need to be more masculine, but actually I don't. Emotionally I'm more feminine, but in a sense of like work I'm a little bit more masculine because it's the way that I work, I would say. It's the way that I work, so it's that my thing. What is my belief philosophy that I mean in my life? You can end your life by yourself. You can start your life by yourself as well. Like, you can die if you want to die. You can not die if you don't want to die. That's my philosophy. Kinda. This is a good question as well that I've been seeing, that how I define success and happiness. I feel like it can be different for everyone. Being successful to me means that the person that I will be with, or even with my family, means that I will feel safe. I mean, now I feel safe, but to me, my type of success that is that I don't need to feel worried that I will be harmed or I will be hurt. That is something that I consider very luxurious, because I see so many things that were expensive, like necklaces, things, detail, like a bunch of them, and I really don't have a sense of, like, is this good or not, or something like that, because to me success doesn't mean that I will not have something, physically, but it means that I will feel emotionally wealthy and also financially wealthy. Like, these two things will be in alignment. So to me, success means that success means that I will be in a place and I will be in a statement where I feel secure with someone. I feel secure with me. Now I feel secure with who I am, but just more of that, more things, and just feel in peace, because success means to me that I don't need to feel worried about, things, but it's just live essentially. Sí hablo español, pero estoy hablando inglés ahorita. Quería decir quién era mi eso, pero bueno. Volviendo al tema, coming back to what I was telling you, to me, success means that I will live in a house, like in a farm. It's kind of expensive, that dream, but either way. I will live in a farm without mosquitoes, but with nature, or I will be in a place where they have nature or plants, and I will bake. I will be, doing music and all of that, and I will be in an environment where I feel good, and I could help someone that it's have a lot of knowing and have a lot of recognition through the music industry, and I feel like to me will means that I will help them to get through a tough moment, that someone will be really meaningful to the music industry, and I will help them to get through addiction or through a problem by doing the things that I do. So to me that will kind of, in a sense, help me to feel more successful than I am, because for some people means success that they will travel, because I travel through my country. I travel a lot, but to me success means that you feel fulfilled more than you already are. So it's, be like in a house, but your own house. Be in the bathroom, but your own bathroom, that you will have your own place, doing your own things, and no one could be bothering you or telling you something. That I mean success to me. Feel happy, nurture, and also nurture my future partner. I've been working myself a lot, putting effort into my patterns, and yeah. Happiness I define where I notice that I smile on someone and I help them, and it sparks something on me. And I love that when I'm being treated good, but because someone is not wanting to get something from me, just because they actually truly love me, and they take care about me truly. And I feel really happy when I've been taken care of, or when I'm taking care of someone. Like both sense, I feel really good. What fear you had since childhood that still lingers? I have a fear to swimming, and it's kind of contradictory because my music and the cover of my song that it's called "You're Like a Dream" is basically waves and like water and all of that. And I feel that my crush helped me to get rid in a way to be not scared to water, just to swim, because I have a thing for swimming. So yeah, I have that because in the time that I had a hard time, like something really sad happened to me, that someone really hurt me, and I was wanting to see the water, and I couldn't swim. So I feel like once I learned how to swim, I could feel such a type of freedom. Because to me, swimming means freedom, means going out of a bunch of things. So yeah, and I even did therapy with waves, of like picturing your memories, the bad memories you haven't lived, all the way just take you down, and kind of helped me to, get rid of that type of fears. So yeah. Hmm. Almost an hour. An hour. Oh my gosh. But yeah, next question. Have you ever faced a fear head on? What happened? I've been having a fear since I have 14, 13, since my parents, I mean, when I had five, um, when I was really young, my parents get separate, and I had five at the time, and I had four, and I get to, seeing all of this type of hurt that my parents were having. So I was always scared to find someone that liked me a lot and they will leave me. And I face my fear when I like a famous person and I've been seeing them with a partner, and I've been like, it's kind of the thing that happens to all teenagers and all people that like someone famous. And I've been sobbing by the fact that I have someone. I've been like, what if they will actually be someone normal like you and me, and I've been like, what if it will be someone famous and will be someone normal? And it happens to me quite often, like liking someone, but they actually don't know you, or something just happened, they just leave you. So how I faced my fear was that knowing that a lot of people, even they go out of, Earth, or they just go into another country, another city, they will always be in this planet that is called Earth. Doesn't matter the place, so you should not feel type of attachment, like anxious attachment to, you know. And expressing your emotion, it's okay. Like, not be overwhelming. Like, I promise. To me, it's not overwhelming so much for me the emotion. It's overwhelming when I have a task to do and I really do investigate in deep. That sometimes I have dreams without my investigations. Like I remember one time that I was having a dream that I was making. I was doing a surgery to someone, which was never something that I really thought in my head. Or sometimes I have nightmares, which is okay too. Like, I mean, my mind is my mind, but yeah. So I feel so open to it. So yeah, I faced my fear to falling in love a long time ago, and loving someone, especially for an artist, it's really important because you have a lot of inspiration, you have a lot of things, and it's very nurturing, it's really good, and it really makes you feel good. It really helps you, to understand better life. And It's kind of addictive for people that, love to be in love, but for someone that loves, that you don't need to own someone to be actually love someone. That was the kind of mindset that it changed my life. But it's nice to feel like you belong to somewhere. I see my friends, people that I know that having partners, having babies, being in a good life, and I don't know, sometimes I'm not going to rush nothing, because I rushed one time, and that time that I have 15, 14, I rushed a little bit, so I was being over hungry. So I was eating, let's say, whatever that comes to my plate. So by the time I was not being mindful in my decisions, because I was just very young. So by that time I've been like, I need to learn that, it's, so yeah. What's something that you feel you can talk about with most people? Oh, this is a hard topic. I feel like psychology, human nature, and I don't know how humans are, how animals are. Just explain about energies and all of that to someone, and even explain to them all the connections that are in some places, because I can see someone is really sad, or even explain the tarot to someone, like explain all their canas, all the things. And I feel like to someone it will be hard to explain, like, I know that you are sad because your home is very wet, so it's reflecting on you that you are really sad. Or even if I know some features that you can have in your home, I know that you are being angry, over angry, so the features are reflecting the way that you are. So someone could be like, oh my gosh, what is it? But it's just the environment that it speaks, and I'm very sensitive to energies, and I don't know, sometimes I'm like, wow, like, wow. So yeah. So yeah, and even to me, dinosaurs, rocks, and all that, because I have a period of time where I've been collecting a bunch of rocks, and then I throw them to, I don't know, my parents, I think, throw them to the trash. But I remember that I discovered some rocks that have minerals. I discovered some of those that were, having a bunch different type of textures. But I didn't know the label. I just know the type of shapes and textures. So I feel like to someone to explain in my fascination between dinosaurs and things like that, it could be hard to then understand. Not even the fascination that I have for pharmacy and just about the human body, because some women don't know. I mean, to me, that I would feel blessed if someone knows how to do massages, because it's just so delicious to have a massage after a long day. But actually, someone could give you like a good massage, but in a way that all the things. So yeah, and even sometimes when I'm talking about my feelings, about talking about my traumas and all of that, I feel like it can be, to love, but sometimes I don't take it seriously. The sense of like, I'm talking to you, all of that, but I don't take seriously the fact that I bring some jokes that someone doesn't understand at all. So my humor is kind of interesting. So yeah. I feel really sleepy right now after I said with my crush. But I'm gonna save this life. Like I promise, I'm gonna save this life. Pinky promise, but please don't tell her. Just keep it between us. If she knows, she knows. But I don't want to do a big deal about that. Okay. Have a good day. Take care. Thank you so much for being here and give a lot of love to my crush. Support her if you can. I know you can. See you. I see you. And just that. Also but support my project as well, like my songs and all that. Remember, okay? So yeah. Have a good day. Sleep well. Bye. See ya tomorrow. Bye. I will make another live.